Hello everybody, welcome back to the Manchester United Football Manager 2022 series. Two big games at Old Trafford today against Chelsea and against Tottenham. A big test for us in the Premier League as we look to continue an unbeaten start. We're also going to reveal who we got in our Champions League last 16 knockout draw. Big opponents for us, should be a really exciting one. So as always guys, if you do go on to enjoy today's episode, please do leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. Lots more FM22 content coming up over the course of the next 12 months. I know that this series hasn't done particularly well on YouTube. I gained some of you guys' feedback the other day in the community section on YouTube. So we will just be doing one season with Manchester United. I want to finish this season off though. I don't really like leaving things unfinished, and we'll finish this off and then we'll look to probably do a bit of a lower league management journey after that. So let's have a look at the Champions League draw then. We made it through safely to the first knockout round and we've been drawn against Wolfsburg, who are going to be a tough opponent. They're third in the Bundesliga as it stands, but I think that we should have enough to be able to get past them. They're a good side, but like I said, I think we'll have enough. Here's the rest of the draw. Barcelona will take on Porto, Man City against Sporting, RB Leipzig will play against Milan, ourselves against Wolfsburg, Shakhtar against Liverpool, PSG against Bayern Munich, Real Madrid against Inter, and Benfica will take on Dortmund. Now, the one thing that we have noticed when I just go through how the group's completely finished, Chelsea didn't make it through their group against Shakhtar and Dortmund and Slavia Prague. So they've been knocked out. They will play in the Europa League now this season. Chelsea are not having a good time of it at the moment. So let's have a look at our results off camera then. We've been on a great run since the last episode where we beat Man City by 2-1. 6 games played off camera and 6 wins. Very good indeed. Starting off with a 3-2 victory against Brentford. We did go 3-0 up in this game thanks to Bruno Fernandes and a double from Anthony Martial. Brentford got back into it a little bit late, but we hung on for all 3 points. We then got a comfortable victory against Aston Villa. Cristiano Ronaldo and Donny van de Beek getting the goals for us there. A really largely rotated side for our final group game in the Champions League against Villarreal, which we won 2-1. We were already confirmed group winners for that one. A battering at Old Trafford of Southampton, a Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick, 2 for Marcus Rashford, and Mason Greenwood also getting on the score sheet there. We then beat Leeds at Elland Road, Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes on the score sheet again. And then the final game off camera was a 3-0 victory at the Amex against Brighton, another Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick. And I've got to say, Cristiano Ronaldo's not a bad player. Some of you guys might be aware of this, but yeah, he's okay. 36 years old now, almost 37, and this season he's got 19 goals for us in 18 games. 18 in 16 in the Premier League. He's just got the 1 in 2 games in the Champions League. He's not featured that much for me in the Champions League, but still got it. Having an absolutely incredible season. I can't wait to see how many he gets over the course of this year. So league table wise, we remain unbeaten in the Premier League, almost at the halfway point, which we'll reach today after the game against Chelsea. 16 wins from 18 games, the 2 draws against Arsenal and Crystal Palace, and no defeats whatsoever. We've got a plus 45 goal difference and an 8-point lead over Liverpool, who sit in second. If we continue this form into the second half of the season, we'll have won the league by March. Liverpool and Arsenal, though, still hanging on in there. Manchester City, absolutely miles away. They're not winning the title this season. They're 14 points behind us. Tottenham have moved up to 5th. They've had a little bit of a resurgence. Brighton in 6th. West Ham in 7th. Chelsea, today's first opponents, currently in 8th. 8 wins from 18. 3 draws, 7 defeats. They're having a really bad time. They're out of the Premier League title race. They'll be lucky to make the Champions League, a competition which they're already out of. Now also after this episode, because we are at the end of December, the January transfer window will be open. However, we haven't really got any money. 2.1 million in the bank. To be fair, the way that we've been playing, I'll probably look to keep things the same unless there's some sort of big sale that we can't refuse. I'm quite happy with the squad as it is. So let's get into our first game of today's episode then and look at the lineup against Chelsea. David De Gea will start in goal We've got Luke Shaw, Maguire, Varane and Wan-Bissaka at the back, Pogba and Rice in the centre, Anthony Martial on the left, Greenwood on the right with Fernandes through the middle. Cristiano Ronaldo starts up front, looking for more goals today. Just the 2 injuries on the injury report. Lee Grant is out with the flu at the moment, and we've just had an injury to Marcus Rashford. Pulled knee ligaments. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. We won't see him today, but he's been absolutely brilliant since he's come back for us, Marcus Rashford. Really enjoying using him on that left-hand side. On the bench for us today, Cavani, Bailly, Lindelof, Dalot, McTominay, Telles, Van der Beek, Mata and Jadon Sancho also back in action. We're trying to ease him in ever so slightly into game time because he's had quite a lot of injuries this season. Let's get into the first game of the 2 today. It's Chelsea at Old Trafford. Can we get halfway through the season still unbeaten? So Chelsea are still managed by Thomas Tuchel at the moment. I would imagine that if the form that Chelsea are currently on continues, he's not going to be there for much longer. Here's the lineup for them. Lukaku up front. They've got Mason Mount. They've got Saul and Kante. They've still got a quality side, Chelsea, but they're having such an awful season. It can't carry on, surely, for too much longer. If that does continue, we know that Tuchel will be out of a job, but he'll go some way towards reviving himself if he can beat us today at Old Trafford. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Early opportunity potentially, though, for Chelsea. Here's Mason Mount into Saul and then back towards Ben Chilwell. This is the first time that we've played Chelsea this season, so it'll be a really good test for us. We've managed to get the ball off them, though, and then a ball over the top goes to the man in form. Cristiano Ronaldo hits the crossbar, and Ben Chilwell will clear the danger away for Chelsea. Early warning signs for them that Cristiano Ronaldo is in the mood. These 2 games that we're playing actually today come in the space of 3 days. We've got the Chelsea game today, a day's rest, and then the Tottenham game the day after. So we're really going to have to manage the squad a little bit. Right, can we get an opportunity before half-time? Just the 1 chance so far, but Ronaldo is there for his 2nd chance of the game, and he puts that one just wide. So I'm just going to tell the boys at half-time, we can still win this. Keep working hard, and it will come. I am going to individually criticise the midfield and the attack for the finishing, though. Hopefully that'll just G them up a little bit in the second half, and we may be able to create something else. Here's Bruno Fernandes with a corner, though. Whipped in, looking for Ronaldo. Ball gets cleared away, but only as far as Anthony Martial. Can we build again? Another man that's been in form, Anthony Martial. Goes wide to Luke Shaw. He's quickly closed down. Has to give it back to Pogba. And then Declan Rice back towards Martial again. Finds the corner. And it's 1-0 Manchester United in the 51st minute. Much, much better from us. Let's just drop a little bit of a praise in there. Chelsea have created nothing so far in the first 50 minutes. And I think, especially after us hitting the crossbar, we deserve to be in the lead in this one. So another corner for us. It's going to be taken by Bruno Fernandes. Whipped in, looking for Ronaldo. He hits the bar for a 2nd time. He could have had a hat-trick today. Now, I think we are going to look to make some changes. Let's take off Luke Shaw and we'll bring on Alex Telles. Mason Greenwood, it says he's having a good game, but he is going to tire, so we'll take him off and we'll bring on Jadon Sancho. We'll leave the final substitution for now because I'd imagine that either Bruno Fernandes or Cristiano Ronaldo are going to get tired. But 15 minutes to go. We've been in control of the game. Could this be the final nail in the coffin for Thomas Tuchel? Here is Anthony Martial for us. He's going to look out wide. Sancho is available. He's going to need to get warm in this game. Here's Wan-Bissaka back towards Declan Rice. I'll be gutted if we don't win this game because we've fully controlled it from start to finish. Wan-Bissaka skipping past a couple of players. He's going to look to try and get a cross in. Finds Bruno Fernandes. Finds Wan-Bissaka. Finds Martial. His shot is blocked. Pogba with the rebound. Straight into the arms of Mendy. So we are going to take off Ronaldo. Bring on Cavani. We're into stoppage time. Are Chelsea actually going to create something at this point in the game? Here's Rudiger in towards Saul. Lukaku's had a very quiet game, but they've found some space on this right-hand side with James, and Havertz is there, straight into the arms of David De Gea. Let's just make sure that these boys focus up now for the final 2 minutes. It'll be another 3 very valuable points in the Premier League if we can get it. Here's Martial looking to get them on the break. Ball through, looking for Fernandes. Mendy clears the danger, but only as far as Telles. Pogba into Declan Rice. Martial's there again. That's 2-0. And it's all over at Old Trafford. We remain dominant in the Premier League. And will Thomas Tuchel actually keep his job after this? Chelsea are so far behind. And that will do it then. Full time at the Theatre of Dreams. United 2, Chelsea 0. A very, very dominant performance indeed. I'm going to tell them that I'm happy with the result and the way they played. We've only got a day's rest now, and it's on to the next one against Tottenham. So up next then, it's Tottenham at Old Trafford. We are going to have to make quite a few changes, but this is why we've got a big squad. We'll keep Harry Maguire in the starting 11. Let's bring in Victor Lindelof for Varane. Diego Dalot can start. Luke Shaw is fine. Declan Rice and Pogba in the central and midfield look as though they're struggling a little bit. So let's bring in, let's go with Scott McTominay for Paul Pogba. I'll switch him and Declan Rice over. We're going to start Donny van de Beek instead of Bruno Fernandes. Anthony Martial, Mason Greenwood. Oh, God, we need to make big changes here. Let's play Juan Mata on the right. We'll play Jadon Sancho on the left today. Cristiano Ronaldo, not quite right, but do we just give him the start anyway? He's an absolute goal machine. Mason Greenwood can stay in the side. So can Declan Rice. This is the side that we're going to go with. It's very, very rotated indeed. Still the same injury worries with Lee Grant and Marcus Rashford, but I'm sure that we'll survive. But Spurs have been on a little bit of a resurgence, so this will be a tough game. So 5 changes for us in total today, but do you know what? I'm confident that we can still go out and do the business. Luke Shaw's injured after 3 minutes. Not good. We'll take him off. We'll bring on Alex Telles. We've got the substitutions there to go and do it. So he will come on. But yeah, massive game for us this today against Spurs. So even though Spurs have been much better lately, they're still 7 points off Man City as it stands in 4th place. We haven't started the game brilliantly, so let's just fire the boys up a little bit. 2 games in 3 days is really, really difficult, but Spurs are in the same situation. Right, chance for us. 36 minutes in. It's been a very quiet game as Declan Rice tries to get up with Højbjerg. Spurs statistically have been the better side in the early stages, but we've managed to get it back. Here is Sancho, who needs some game time. He needs to stay injury-free for a while. Back towards Sancho on the left. Good ball in towards Donny van de Beek. He has got Cristiano Ronaldo in the middle, but it's a bit overhit. Goes to Mason Greenwood. Back to Diego Dalot again. Nice build-up. Van de Beek is in there. Cleared once again. Telles gets there, but Spurs will clear this away. They've got Jesse Lingard in their squad as well, who we sold to them in the summer. Lovely ball through to Ronaldo. Ronaldo makes it 1-0 to Manchester United. 37 minutes in. It's going to go to VAR, but I did see the linesman run back, so I think that this one's going to be allowed, and it is. Fantastic news for us. 1-0. So we've made it to half-time, 1-0 ahead. I do think that we are going to have to make some changes. I'm going to tell the boys that things are going well, but I know that they're capable of even more. And I think we will give it to an hour. I'm mainly looking at Declan Rice and Mason Greenwood. They're the 2 that may have to come off for us. Right, let's make that happen. An hour in, Declan Rice off. We'll bring on Paul Pogba. We'll also take off Mason Greenwood, and we will bring on Juan Mata on that right-hand side, just to give us a little bit more energy as we go into the final half an hour of this game. Spurs do come forward, though. Here's Dyer. Back towards Sanchez. They're going to be looking for an equaliser, but really they should be as tired as us. So 15 minutes left to go. Still 1-0. I'm just wondering if we do maybe need to make another substitution. 7 minutes to go. Winks is going to take this corner for Spurs. Ball is cleared away by McTominay. Everything just stopped there, and I thought that they were going to give a penalty. But Spurs will come forward once again in towards Ndombele. And here's Bergwijn now. He's got an overlap on this right-hand side with Doherty, and it's a good save by David De Gea. Right, everybody's going to have to last a bit. Let's take off Jadon Sancho because he has been a bit injury-prone lately. We can't make any more substitutions. Everybody's got to last. I completely forgot that Luke Shaw went off early on in this game. Everybody's absolutely shattered, but there's going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time, and there is going to be one more chance by the look of it. Can Spurs grind something out in this game? Here's Dele Alli, comes forward, finds Bergwijn again on this right-hand side, and Alex Telles will safely knock that back to David De Gea. A minute to go as Cristiano Ronaldo wins the header. Down towards Juan Mata. Ronaldo is in, almost, into the penalty area. Ball in, Van de Beek is there, but it goes out for a corner. Right, referee, that should be full time now. We've played the 3 minutes of time that was added on. Tellers is just slowing it down here as he finds Jadon Sancho, goes for a shot. Good save by Lloris, but that is full time at Old Trafford. It's 2 wins from 2 once again today. A really, really big result for us against Tottenham and previously against Chelsea. Absolutely fantastic. I've just got an achievement as well. It's called Parks the Bus. So we're going to be missing Luke Shaw for 5 to 6 weeks. Sprained knee ligaments even. That was exactly the same as Marcus Rashford, but he was out for a little bit longer. Good performance from Harry Maguire apparently as well, so we'll give him a bit of praise for that. And that keeps us unbeaten after 20 games at the top of the Premier League. 18 Premier League games to go. Can we have an invincible season? That'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it? In the next episode, though, we're going to play through January off camera, get ourselves into February, and we will come back for the Champions League first knockout round, first leg against Wolfsburg, away from home, and Leicester City at Old Trafford. You never know, by then, we may still continue to be unbeaten in the Premier League. Interestingly, we got Man City in the FA Cup third round as well. I forgot to tell you about that earlier on in the episode. The third round draw was done. Of all the teams that we could have got, like Vanarama national teams, League One, League Two, Championship, we got Manchester City, our neighbours. Can you believe it? But I'm confident they're not having a good season. We are. So we'll continue on off camera. Like I say, this will just remain a 1-season save, sadly, because you guys don't see it. You don't seem to be on board with it, but I'm enjoying it. So I'll finish this season and then we'll look to start something else. But thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please do drop a like. Make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.